Alright, so this is Scorpion. I'm going to scrap out this flat screen here. Yes, it does still work. It is a older model. It takes two people to carry. It weighs so much. The details in the picture are horrible. I've got a few of these. Somebody used to do clean out jobs, and a tech place was like, hey, we need y'all to do a clean out job. They went and got servers and PCs and laptops and cameras and TVs and all kinds of stuff. And he calls me. He's like, $60, you can have this whole trailer load. And I was like, yeah, it works for me. So I got it. So two of us just carried this in and set it down in my living room floor to give you some idea. It's taking up most of the living room here. It's my Great Dane laying over there. Thor's down here on the floor. He's ready to scrap this thing out. So let's get to it. Well, I thought he was. Maybe he's going to sleep.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
Alright, so we got all screws out. Now we're going to take the cover off. Just go on outside with that. Yeah, that dude that was wanting to buy some fans, and they want these.
Yeah.
Alright. So, this should be peripheral boards. And they're over here. The big aluminum frame in the middle of this crosses the whole thing. Bunch of heat sinks. So we're going to take some more screws out, and we'll bring y'all back as we start taking items off of there. Alright, so we took out all the screws that we could see. I'm sure we probably missed some. But now we're kind of to the point where it's time to start taking some stuff apart and removing it out of there. So y'all can grab whatever and unplug it and get it out until we run into a problem with screws again. That one does not work out.
There's more screws.
Alright. So, one unplugs. These unplug. This unplugs. TVs like this to scrap out 24/7. Make some money. Quite a few wires, circuit boards, nice aluminum heat sink, big ugly black spider.
Let's go and drag it in. This is in the line from this master TV. Yeah. Fun.
So we're going to tear a bunch of stuff apart and bring you back.
There you go.
Alright, so we've kind of torn the top level off. Got just prop it up over here for now. Get down here where you can really see everything that's in it. This stuff is aluminum too. So I'll see if I can't give you a little bit of an overview of this bad boy. So you got circuit boards all over the place. Aluminum heat sinks everywhere. Each IC chips on that one. So we're gonna see if we can't get everything out of it and give you a breakdown of all the pieces when we're done. Alright, so finished tearing it apart. So I'm gonna break some of the boards and stuff down for you. But non-magnetic, so that's aluminum. That's aluminum. That's aluminum. That's not. Or that. What this is. So as you can see, most of this is aluminum or stainless steel, one or another. Another one over here. There's that aluminum frame that come out that bad boy. They don't build stuff like this no more. In case y'all didn't know. Fans and some of the other wires. So I'll take everything in there and show y'all the goodies. Alright, so breakdown. I got 3 fans. They all basically look brand new, no dust on them or anything. These are some pretty big fans. I mean, look at it. I'll put my hand behind it. So, I did have somebody contact me needing fans, so this will probably go out to them if this is the size that they want. It's plugged. There's some wires in it. Nothing major though. A little bit of brass in the end here. I did get 4. This is big money here. 4 golden ends. So I just dropped that over in my box. I already dropped a few of these over here in the bag. Most of the time your ends that are like this are brass. All these ends right here, because I'm dropping half of them in the floor and missing my hand. You can put all these in shred. I keep them separate. That's just how I do it. I'll add it to shred later. All of these, you take the plastic off, they look like this. It's a helps take the interference out of the lines as they run through it and loop around it. All those go into shred. And I'd already dropped like 3 or 4 in there. Filled up a whole cup taking screws out that thing. That cup is heavy as I don't know what. So 2 cups of shred, I guess. Regular wires. Whole handful. It's quite a bit of wire here. So all that goes with the rest of my wire back here. I will bring y'all back for the next little bit. So all this is ribbon wire. So I'm going to put this in with the ribbon wire down here. Then we have this. So all of this is where it leaves the boards and goes to the TV. Normally it's gold there where the TV is, but as you can see there's little gold specks here, here, and then this connection on this side is gold. Same thing for the ones like this, and this is thicker gold because this is an older TV, but you can see that gold on there, both of them. So I'll cut the ends off of this and put it with my gold that I'm going to separate. I'll cut this off and those little pieces out and that off and put it with my gold. The rest of it goes to the ribbon paper. Or ribbon wire. This should pass as dirty aluminum once I pull that stuff off or cut that stuff off of there. So I'll be back in a little bit once I get this stuff done. Alright, so I've done all this. Pull this bucket up here where I can get to it. So I went through all those and cut the two side corners out of it. One side had 4 specks of gold, and the other had 3 specks. I'm not sure if y'all can see that or not. So I cut those out. You know, I cut like the first 15 one at a time, and I was like, what am I doing? So then I stacked the rest of them together and I cut them. Made life a whole lot simpler. This is all, gold ends, if y'all can see. They come off of the wires. So that also goes in my bucket. And as I drop one in the floor like I always do. So my little bucket here, I mean the bottom's full. It's sitting flat, but I mean, getting a decent amount of stuff here saved up to try to process later to get the gold off of it. Now all this is ribbon wire. That's got a little bit of weight to it. It's a pretty decent amount there. And then all of this is dirty aluminum. Now, the problem that I have, and I'm almost positive y'all can't see that, is right there on every single one of them is a dot of gold. And I'm going to take my time to get that off of there because there's no aluminum behind it, so you can reach in with tweezers or something and just pluck it right out of there. So yeah, I'm probably going to waste my time to do it just because it's me and I go after the easy gold. So I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. So I'll probably go through those probably on a different day because it is 2:30 in the morning and I am still making this video while watching SJW Casting. It has 510 subscribers. Super channel, if you don't know him, check him out. I'll probably link him in the bottom for you, but he's one of the casting channels that I watch. So y'all hang tight and we'll see what we got for boards. Alright, so getting to the boards. All of these should be peripheral boards. A couple of them have got heat sinks on them. I've got to pop those off. It's a pretty good stack of boards there. Set those where they go in a second. You've got this one. It's got 7 heat sinks on it. I don't see much for chips, but chances are it's some decent chips underneath there of some sort. So it's going to take a little time to figure out. I've got this, which has still got aluminum backing on it. It's got a couple wires that needs to come off. This is a 2-tier chipboard. So I'll be pulling this stuff apart, checking it out, seeing what all we got. There's not really anything on that one. Again, stacked. A bunch of copper on here. That might be a peripheral board. I doubt it though. It's nothing but just that little. The ones like this I normally keep, and I'll pull those pins off myself because it's not worth nothing. It's just going to shred or low grade. One little chip on that, it's low grade, so I'll pull that off. Found another wire. That's probably low grade. It's got one chip. This here, we got 4 heat sinks. There's quite a few chips on there, so that would probably go as a mid-grade board. Of course, after I take the aluminum off of there, it's another little low grade, low grade, low grade, 2 more low grade. Now, this one is stacked. So that probably goes high grade. This right here is nothing but 2 boxes of switches, 2 fuses, and 2 rolls of copper. So yeah, I'm gonna take the copper off and probably take the switches too. There's nothing else really on there, so it'll wind up low grade. And this one right here has got a whole lot of weight to it, but as you can see, there's a lot of copper on there. We can cut these off for number 2 copper, and this one here. We've got these wires to come off still. I got 4 transformers sitting there. I got 2 transformers sitting here. I got 1 small one over here. You got switches in here. But yeah, that's a whole lot of weight there. Then I still got this. Ran from the main board across to the other side of the TV to get the wires over there. So the wires come off of that, and that's just low grade. A little piece of copper on the bottom. Probably not going to worry about that. Two more double stacked, few chips, few wires. We'll see what's in it when I pull them apart. You got a nice heat sink right there. Nice thick one. This board's got 4 chips, is it? So it's probably a low grade board once I get that heat sink off of there. There's another double stack, couple little chips on there, some wire I gotta trim off. It's another big one with 4 heat sinks, if y'all can see them. And I'm gonna have to see what's underneath those heat sinks. It's got a row of chips here and a couple here. One over here. Those aren't really worth much of anything, but there's that. You got 2 more low grades here, and you've got your main board, processor board. All these, I believe that's going to be gold chip. That one's not, but the others, I know these 2 are for certain. These is kind of orange. I may have to look that up, see what it is, but all this is chips, all this is chips. Chips, chips, chips. Definitely should be high grade. Really nice, heavyweight, thick boards too, especially this one. So that's basically it for all the boards. I'll pop the heat sinks off and bring y'all back to show you how much we got on heat sinks, and we'll be done. Alright, so after a little work and a few words that I probably shouldn't have said, I've got all the heat sinks off. Quite a few in there. And of course, aluminum doesn't weigh a lot, but still, I mean, quite a few. So I got all those out of there. Also had a little bit more wire and ends on a couple of the boards, so I took that off. So, is it worth it to scrap flat screens? I'd say most of the time, no. Because we can't forget about our stack of aluminum over here. But sometimes, yes. I mean, I think we made out pretty good on that one. So, who knows? I may try to total some of this up just to get some idea how much was in it. Can't total it all because I've got so much aluminum from basically the whole frame of the thing and that big aluminum frame that was inside and all those little pieces. I mean, it's no way I can weigh it all, but some of the little stuff I may weigh it just to see what it's worth. Anyway, hope y'all enjoy the video. It's scrapping an old school flat screen. We'll catch y'all next time.